I'm a friend of Allen's from more than a decade ago. I came up to the Chicago area back in 2002, working for Youth for Christ. I got invested in a small group at Willow, and that's where I met Allen. He and I have been friends ever since. I like to think that I have a better insight into Allen than most people. We've been friends, our families have been friends for ever since, so coming up on 15 years now. But it was at Venetian night that he spoke some kind words about Wendy, and I know that Allen, for good and for bad, is a truth teller. And if he didn't like anything about Wendy, he would have let me know. And so the fact that he had only good things to say about her really bode well for her as well. So really the relational aspect in terms of, I counseled him in terms of his future wife, and he counseled me in terms of my future wife. I'd like to think that we've had a lot to do with the success of our individual families. I'm always impressed with Allen's political acumen, his relational know-how, and his truth-telling. The fact that he's able to speak truth to power without it being such a vitriolic thing, but at the same time that he can get his point across and nobody is misunderstanding what he's saying when he's saying it. Allen's a helper, right? He's not the kind of person who's doing things for his own self-interest. I mean, a decade before Allen was running for office, he was helping me change the brakes on my car. He just knew that I was in the position where I needed help, and he had no problem helping. Here in Springfield, we've got the problem of people helping themselves too often. And with Allen, I find the inverse, that he's involved in politics as a service, as a ministry to the people around him. And I wish that there were more people in Springfield that really felt the same way. I said felt the same way, but I really mean think the same way, because I think a lot of people really go off of visceral feelings way too much. And I also find that Allen is an excellent, his communication comes across because he's so intimately and intricately knowledgeable about the issues. He's been able to accomplish a stagnation in the property taxes in East Dundee. I mean, I don't even know how that works, but he does, and that's why I think he's a great candidate to go to Springfield. Him and his wife have served in the food pantry ministry at their church. And there was no thought of this is going to be great for the cameras 15 years ago. That was just what he was doing because he knew it was the right thing to do. He's been engaged in life and life-giving issues throughout the time that I've known him. When he's doing what he's doing it for the sake of doing what's right. When it comes to doing what's right, Allen's got a spine of steel. He's the kind of guy who's not going to be broken by somebody else's intimidation. And that's already obvious in the trustee board, but also in this campaign. Allen's not the kind of guy who's going to back down from a fight, but at the same time, he's going to win it with integrity.